guys, look here, and we are back to playing Tiny Bunny. My thing should be over here. Let's get back into it. I think we're back part with, the little sister. Yeah, so Olya. Why does the Sleeping Beauty have a prince and I have the scary bird? That question took me by surprise. Alright, let's watch Cinderella. My thoughts became tangled, fuzzy. What was that? What studied me with his eyes while dancing furiously under the sun? I thought there was gonna be something appearing in here, in the doorway. That would not have been fun. The darkness was clinging to the window, and I couldn't be fooled by Grandma's old chants. It couldn't be satisfied with a feast of lard and long ashen hair. Tony, you coming? Yes, just a moment. Jesus Christ! This is why you don't play horror games. Oh my Jesus! Oh, that's great animation, but Jesus Christ! That scared the fuck out of me! Okay. That's why I didn't want to laugh at Olya and her owl in the morning. Who could be knocking on our door here in the middle of nowhere? We don't know anyone around here. Oh my god, my heart is still pounding. So persistent. I felt extremely unsettled from a silly thought that our morning guest could have come from the woods. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. My mind was urging me to hide. In the closet, under the table, behind the curtains, where Olya always hides. Tony, come here! I felt like kettleballs were tightened to my feet, but I still dragged them toward the hallway. Oh, what the? A couple of policemen towered over me in the doorway. They smelled like frost and worry. Mama was once and roamed the moment she saw patrol cars, worse than bandits. At the moment, though, she looked somewhat confused. Hello. Senior officer, who wore a grim expression, nodded. A boy has gone missing yesterday. His name's Vova. Look at this, please. Have you seen him? The policeman held out a photograph to me. Wait, that's it, Mom. Were the policemen supposed to be talking at that point? Oh, I thought that was like a doorknob or something. Held out a photograph to me. There was a ginger boy around the age of elementary school, pictured with a wall carpet as the backdrop. He had a striped cat in his hands and wore a wide smile. Oh, I love the animation. I love everything about this. Also, I love how they got like they really well got the textures for a photograph like this. No, I haven't. Are you sure? Look closely. Where would I see him? I don't know anybody around here. I barely leave the house. Well, maybe you've seen him from the window. That's right. Your windows look straight at the forest, don't they? The window. No, I haven't seen anything. I see. His voice was tired, but his eyes, his stare, long and heavy, was full of suspicion. I squirmed unwittingly under the weight of guilt which his giant shadow cast over me. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway, and the cracks in the ceiling, which I hadn't noticed before for some reason. How do you like your new place, by the way? Getting used to it? Bit by bit. Bit by bit. What is that song from? I don't know. It's just our little daughter misses the city a lot. Misses the city, huh? Have the locals been treating you well? Yes, everything's fine. Everything is alright. Thank you. The policeman pierced through me one more time with his gray eyes. My head started spinning. Can I help you somehow? I asked that in a shaky voice to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner. Alright. Now that I think about it, you look like just one of my nephews, little fella. He's a witty boy around your age, wears the same type of goggles. Always a ghost in reading those mystery novels. Told me he wants to enroll into preschool when his family visited us this summer. Wanted to help other people, just like me. See? I felt uncomfortable, as if a distant relative and not a police officer stood before me. You know what? Little boys like you should stay at home, stay away from trouble. The times have changed so much. Mom interjected in a cold voice. You don't say. Well then. What grade are you in, Tony boy? 6. Have you made any friends here so far? Not yet. I've been going to school for the first time after the break. Well then I'll leave you my number, just in case. Call me if you have any new info. The policemen were gone along with her shadows, the smell of cheap cologne and a photo of a smiling boy. His face still stood before my eyes. I thought about what he felt, being all alone right now, there. For some reason, I imagined the forest swaying in the wind. What did his poor parents feel? What would my parents do if I had gone missing? Would they cry and thrash around hysterically? Or would they accuse each other, just like they always do, and eventually forget about me? Mom, this Vova, did he go missing in our forest? Seems like it, poor child. I looked at the window, at the road. The police UAV drove off toward the village. This is like... It's so... Oh my god. I keep gushing over the art style because it's so well done. You got... Because you can obviously tell this is the forest. This is the road. And like there's like kind of like clearing here. And you got all the frosting here. Frosting at the edges. And then in the middle, it's all heated up. But you still got the water that's dripping down from everywhere else, and it's so good. I had to get through that art. The officer's nephew came to mind while I was splitting off old paint from the windowsill. I remembered all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I read this summer. The average boys and girls investigated all sorts of mysteries here. They looked for clues, spied on suspicious people, and after a set of amazing adventures, bam! Solved any complicated case. They became local celebrities and must have made their parents real proud. I noticed a trail of policemen's footprints that led to the forest. And then it clicked in my head. Why don't I start an investigation on my own? Maybe I'll find that lost boy, and I'll get my reward. Olya will be so happy. And not only Olya, Mom and Dad too. Maybe they'll even forget about the corals for a while. Maybe I'll even save us from the D word. I fantasized about buying Olya a Tamagotchi and getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself and a whole box of Kinder Surprise. When was the last time our parents bought us any toys? Last autumn, I think. My dad had lost his job at the time. There's that annoying song about it. I had little to no idea what the accountant's job like. What was the accountant's job like? They counted money. Neighbors used to envy us. But nowadays, Mom and Dad barely had money to afford sweets. And Dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Olya. Sometimes I gave her my share too. No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a pipsqueak. I couldn't wait to go out looking for clues. I'm going outside. Yeah, right. You want the police to go around with your photograph next? The forest is so thick. What if a boy gets captured by wild animals? Or something even worse? Even worse, echoed through the hallway. I won't go far. I'll stay away from the forest. Did you hear what I said? Or should I repeat myself? You'd better pack your school bag or go play with Olya. Okay, that kind of sounded a little bit creepy. The sound of splashing water came from the kitchen. It meant that the argument was over, and Mom had the last word. What's this? Alright, so it looks like... Is that a hint? This cross had seen so many people come and go in the house. It was black, as if it absorbed all human sin from the long years it was hanging under the ceiling. After Grandma died, I was going to take it off and hang a horseman in its place as a lucky charm, but she cut herself with a sharp corner and almost fell from the stepladder. Dad called a sign from above and ordered the cross to be left alone in its rightful place. Mom's peg top, a family relic. My mom played with it when she was little. Then she gifted it to me. Olya was the next in the succession line. The toy belonged to her now. She stared at the dancing spindle as if it would show her something, a fairy tale, or maybe even our future. Now even my little sister was a bit too old for the squeaky peg top. Ooh, an axe. Dark, stuffy closet. Mom says it smells like mice. But how does she know they're small? My mom actually knows what the smell of like mice is. And it took her a bit to kind of find it. Let's see. She hates when I stick my nose in there. She is afraid I'll cut myself with a freshly sharpened axe. And Olya can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Barbie is living there. I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she could see there was nothing but cobwebs, Dad's tools, and scratched walls. Still, she didn't believe me. And I like to hide in the closet and listen to Olya count outside. 1, 2, 3, better hide from me. And then drag her feet on the creaking floorboards, hoping that she won't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. Let's see. Because we've got the kitchen to go for. Let's go in the kitchen. What's this? I took a peek at Mom's crossword. She would get very angry when someone gave her advice, so me and Dad faked knowing the answer and being about to reveal it all the time. I smiled at the fleeting thought. Vertical, 9 letters, is the name of the Philistine deity that protected them from viper bites and had a nickname, the Lord of Flies. Don't know what that is. Second letter is E. Emmerkammer, Russia has declared a state of emergency due to adverse weather conditions. According to the weather forecast, the cyclone is moving toward the region. Expect heavy snowfall, blizzards, and snow drifts on the road. Keep your eyes open and take care of yourself. The creeped and stain-covered calendar was once my favorite form of entertainment in Grandma's house. I remember waking up and running to the kitchen so I could tear off yesterday's first leaf first thing in the morning, as if the coming day would get lost in the tiger forest without my help. One day closer to New Year's, one day closer to Grandma's funeral. I haven't touched this calendar for years now. Since the time they started writing dark and spooky death chants that only made me gloomy instead of funny proverbs and superstitions, to be exact. I grabbed the dusty calendar leaf with caution and tore it off effortlessly. Sadly, the spooky description from my childhood was still there. 7 horses carry the log. If 7 don't carry, bring the 8th from a fairy. They will take it away and never come back. This is the fate that the log cannot escape. Yeah. I don't know why you would put but why you kind of put something that's... Yeah. I covered the gray leaf and threw it into the waste bin, hoping to get rid of the anxiousness that washed over me. It was spreading inside me like an ink stain on blotting paper. The side of an old ocean freezer was checkered with childish drawings, Mom's recipes, I know how to speak, and all kinds of stickers from bubblegum with dinosaurs that Olya liked so much. Among that still life picture hung a piece of gold paper with a phone number of the police who visited us. Oh yeah, that is a new piece. And I think that's I wonder what these are. Well, I know what this is, but like this, I think I can see something. First Lieutenant Tikhonov. I don't know if that's how you say it. I read inside my mind, looking at the officer's sprawling handwriting. The scrap of paper was held by 2 pieces of a broken magnet, from some old Soviet toy, and those pieces just barely covered up the numbers as if to taunt me. I leaned toward it to unveil the mystery and take the piece to a safe place for its time, when I would finally find Vova and be the first to call the police with the happy news. Anton! Mom's reproachful eyes stared at me. What do you need it for? Hands off, you lose it. I figured my mom was the last thing I wanted, so I lowered my hand. Open? Gonna look in it. There's pill bottles here. Okay, that kind of looks creepy. Grandma kept ice cream for me and Olya there, but now I can see meat bits for soup and clumped together pelmeni. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I got to hate them already. We got a crock pot there. Eggs. I don't think I've ever seen eggs laid like this. But I suppose that kind of makes sense. Talk to Mom? It was difficult to lie to Mom, but there was no other way for me to run away from home. Mom, something's wrong with the TV. The picture is dim and there's stripes all over the screen. Mom's face became visibly distorted. Ah, you're killing me here. So, have you had enough of shooting those stupid ducks now? Told you the kind scope will go dim because of your console. Where will you find a TV technician in this hole, huh? Maybe it's just the settings? Please, go see for yourself. Strange, it worked fine in the morning. Maybe the snowfall caused it. Mom rubbed her hands clean on her apron and went to Olya's room. Aha! What does this mean? I already looked at that. Can I open the window? Okay. Now, there's nothing else I can look at over here, so we're gonna go to the front yard. This is so cool. I love this so much. I opened the front gate and went into the field. Carefully, so Mom couldn't see me from the window. When I crossed half the distance toward the forest, the snow piles became as high as my knees. Oh, you got birds flying. Look at that. That's really well drawn for how small they are. Like even that one over there. I remembered my nightly fears. The silhouettes I saw were around here. They were jumping around, holding hands. That hypnotizing music started playing in my head, all on its own. In the light of day, those distant figures felt like a simple dream. The storm turned my nightmares to ash, but the aftertaste was still there, distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows falling in the snow beside me, and a barely audible whisper in my head, blurry and almost kind. Everything was silent. So silent I felt like the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Olya. God, the music is creepy and I love it and it's so good. My gosh. The time reached its limit. A one-way trip that ended at the forest piney stockade. Sometimes silence was much more scary than any scream. I just noticed. It's like these are footprints for a little tiny creature. Ooh. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Olya turned to stone listening to them. But then, always came the ringing silence. I think they meant to say hour. Our apartment became a number of couple days. Became numb a couple of days before we departed. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing, or spent time together. Almost like all of it was in a previous life. When they kissed with Olya present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way. But one day, it all changed. Something important. had left our home. Something scary filled the remaining void. It was as if a fire broke up, and our parents were hurriedly packing their belongings, trying to save themselves and us. From who, though? From the people with dead cold eyes who sometimes visited us in our previous home? Okay, that's kind of weird. The eyes that only saw balls of worms on the black ground and everything. Were they birds? And somewhere far away, a siren was going off, trying to warn us of the incoming menace. That is, oh my god, that's so just, the art style is so nice. And you can see the house in the background. You can tell there's forest here with a tree and just everything is so good. So good. I shuddered, chasing away my delusions, and looked around. There was only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up icy dust and belts of powdered snow. I squinted from the sun, turned my eyes to the sunless forest. It looked especially dark in contrast to the blinding whiteness. Knobby trees roots slithered under the snow like fat snakes. Rotten leaves and coniferous of needles frozen into the ice. A glove! Dry, prickly branches intertwined, bringing up uncomfortable thoughts about fences. Were they protecting the forest? Or were they keeping something from breaking out? Some object was hanging from one of the pointy branches. I tried to get closer, drowned in the snow, and when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. It looked like a wounded bird among the hanging semi-dark. Should I take it to the place? The senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show called The Streets of Broken Nights. He was also always anxious, with a tight look in his eyes, but still brave and strong. Will this mitten help them find the lost boy? Vova! I heard a distant shout. Looked like it came from the river. Vova! As if the trees were calling out to someone. Vova! Responded closer to me. There was someone standing there, behind the trees. Hiding. Vova! I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still. There was something unsettling about that figure. Its stillness. Okay, now I'm trying to see where this figure is. Its stillness, how it's bent unnaturally toward the ground. Its blackness. Oh my god. I'm scared. I'm like getting goosebumps on my legs. There's no one there, just branches and roots. It's all just my imagination. A nearby bird flapped its wings loudly. Okay! A shadow split from the tree and disappeared from my sight. I looked away for just a moment when I turned my gaze back to the same place. It was gone. So it was my imagination after all. Okay, but if it was just your imagination, why do you look absolutely terrified? And does this say corrupt? No, you idiot, it doesn't. Silence Silence reigned for a painfully long time. I don't like it. Look at all this. Oh my god. I don't wanna. My muscles were tightly sprung. My heart was beating somewhere in my throat. Any noise and little movement any spun whisper from the thicket, and I sprint. But nothing of the sort happened. I looked at the mitten once more. Take the mitten. I'll take the mitten. I decided to take the mitten from the branch. Okay. Hold on. That is terrifying. I tried to stop a shout rumbled across the field and dissolved in distance. No echo, no hope for a reply. Oh my god. Oh my god, please don't run towards the screen. Nope. I stepped towards the bristly trees and tried to claim my find. Okay. It didn't budge. I put water in the branch, cracked and split and tore off, landing in my hand with a squishy sound, all too heavy wet. Squeezed without thinking, something dark spilled from it. From a tiny string between the mitten and the snow. Steam rose from the snow pile. I hear steps. I froze in place, studying my palms in disgust. Red. The sound of cracking pages. It frightened the silence. Why am I... Oh my god. I didn't think I had to think twice before running away. Someone was chasing me from the darkness, breaking pine branches. Close in the distance with giant leaves. Snow was slowing me down. Faces thoughts to flew from my mind. I'll get caught. They'll get me. I'll get dragged into the thicket. I'll be gone forever. But there was one more voice. Probably one of reason. It gave me strength, spurred me on. You can do it. Don't stop. I heard an animal roar behind me. It was so loud my ears went numb. I felt like the sound had come from a pack of hungry bees rather than a single one. The nostrils sucked in freezing cold air. They sensed my fear. Two giant wings flapped above my head. An enormous shadow flew over the clearing. A hoot, a wheeze. Roars were coming from all directions now. From the dried-up raspberry bush and twisted pines from under the windfall. Hurry, run, don't look back. It felt like I was inside a nightmare. The snowy clearing became vicious like a quicksand. I was stuck in place. I pulled my leg from the mystery trap just to be caught in a new one, even deeper than before. I continued to drown, sinking deeper and deeper with every desperate push. Was snow ever this sticky? Sticky? Was snow ever this sticky? I screamed in horror after realizing this wasn't snow. Someone or something in the snow pile was clutching my pants. I gathered all my strength and rushed forward. The pressure on my leg was gone. My boots slipped out of the hole. My soles were on a hard surface again. I reached a clear path with one jump, and from there ran to my house. Its gloomy facade didn't look threatening now. That house was my line of defense from the shadows of flapping wings and creatures that were hidden under the snow. I tripped over the doorsteps and crashed into the door, and in all of her I still managed to notice the claw marks, as if a dog was striking the wood with its paws, demanding to be let in so I could escape the cold. I hadn't noticed this marks when I was leaving. The heartbeat in my ears was much louder than my surroundings. I couldn't hear whether someone was following me or not. What if they're already in our front yard and Mom had locked the door? Trying to fear, I pulled on the doorknob and immediately gave way. I rolled into the hallway and shut the door behind me. Porch planks creaked as my pursuers ascended the stairs. My fingers slipped from the lock and it couldn't click in place. I gritted my teeth and pulled hard on the iron knob, whipping it between the boards. I stared blankly at the door. Someone was standing on the other side of the pitiful, flimsy barrier that was probably less useful than blankets. Recent breath reached into the house and crashed at me in waves. It smelled of pine and sweat. Mom peeked out of the kitchen and trusted me with the same frigid voice she always used when talking to Dad. What exactly didn't you understand when I told you to never slam the door? I didn't mean to. Of course you didn't mean to. I was getting chased! That is terrifying! Jesus! I snuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone. The breath was too. It was if there was someone in the first place. Of course. Here, 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening. Melting like snow in spring, and with it the last bit of strength I had left in my body too. My legs gave way. I propped myself against the door so I wouldn't fall over. Mom's expression had changed immediately. The cold mask of strictness and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before all those quarrels. She saw my condition at last, my wet pants plastered with snow. Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay home. Am I nothing to you, too? I got afraid she would cry. I reached out to her like when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. But Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. Her eyes shined like steel, her voice rang out. Your dad can't find his cigarettes. Be honest. Did you snatch them? Were you smoking in secret? There was someone chasing me. I thought... I started as soon as I started explaining myself. Tears welled up in my eyes. Mom leaned toward me and sniffed my clothes like a beast, searching for the smell of tobacco. Ugh. You ever smelled tobacco? It fucking stinks. I'm like, anytime I pass by someone who is smoking tobacco, I immediately start coughing. I hate the smell. I don't like it. It gets to your lungs and it's... I started coughing just thinking about it. Then she squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked into the front yard. Oh no. Her expression changed in an instant as she covered her mouth with her hand. Look! Over there! At the fence! My heart started thumping as if I became prey once again. My pursuers were following me in the field. I could have sworn I've heard something scratch at the door, just like in my nightmare. Mom beckoned me with her finger, and I gathered all my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window, facing my fear. Dogs. Wild dogs. I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in the snow through the icy water patterns in the glass. Dogs. Just a small pack of strays, no name and owner, barely reminding of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest. Oh boy, were you scared of them? I think they'd rather be scared of you, Anton. They were chasing me, like a bunny. And what if a rabbit? The smile had slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she looked at the dogs as if it was her first time seeing them. What if they attack Olya? What if they do? I will leave this episode here. We'll find out more about those strays. I wonder if the strays were actually the ones that were chasing me. More than likely, it probably was. But yeah, I'll leave this for the next episode. If you guys want to go ahead and play the game yourself, I'll put a link down in the description. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!